We're live. PRC's joining first. Ricky, we started a couple seconds late. Ricky, take it easy, man. Don't start already. But Ricky's in the chat. Gotta have context so Manners is happy. Make sure we're talking about the chat. But we're doing a Beyond Average Pod pre-show. Exciting. Mick says he's dropping the show tonight at midnight. So just trying to invite a bunch of people if they want to come in. If not, it'll be a short show. But I just want to give a little hype behind the show. I'm excited. Hopefully, he's kind of taking a step back a little bit with, he's trying to take some accountability, which personally I don't like. I like the Mick that doesn't take any accountability. So I guess we'll see what comes about. Will he rip Justin? Is he going to give plans about what he wants to do? Is he going to continue with the podcast and try to turn it into something different? Or he also had that special project that he said he was going to do. He definitely told me that he's going to do the podcast tonight. So I knew that for a fact. I didn't really say, hey, do you want to come on? Because I want to be, I don't want anything. I want to hear raw, what he's going to have to say. And listen, I'm hoping for a great show. So you excited for the podcast, PRC? I don't know where you really stand on Mick. I don't think we really dug into Mick much, but lately, but excited for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you're very loyal and you are my friend, and if you ask me to come on something, I'm coming on it. So
sure.
So I'm here. The podcast, yeah, I'm excited for him to get back into the swing of things. The only question I have in my mind is if he's really like breaking away from the KMS world and all that and doing his own thing, then what is he gonna talk about per se?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? I mean, I guess overall, Mick he's been, we know what his we know kind of what's been said. I guess what the chatter is that he's just kind of, when he's meek. Let's put it this way. I guess when he's been a producer, it hasn't been as good, I guess. I mean, I think he does a good job producing, but now he's a podcaster. He's come on the show, and when he has great moments, I mean, it's great. We know he's got talent, but he has those shows where he takes off, and he's been sick. He goes through things. It was a very odd. The last time he was in studio, he walked out over. I think we talked about this. It was kind of trivial stuff, nothing crazy. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this show. I mean, it's going to be a 40-minute show of just ranting. Is he going to take accountability? Is he, going to announce his plans? I guess we don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. So,
you think he has plans?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you? I mean, I guess like he's kind of goes just with the flow. I've heard him say he wants to do a bunch of stuff. We haven't really seen that come into fruition yet. So I'm going to say, I don't know if he does have plans, because he's not really, he really hasn't expressed anything different about what he wants to do. So we got to find out.
Yeah. I mean, I will be listening because I'm very interested into where it would go if it's not KMS related. Everything that I've seen when we tweeted, I mean, of course he has like the family stuff, like the Jen Marks and Christian and Al and all that stuff, but it's like beyond that, like what I know he was once a former like star Little League baseball player. Is he still big into sports? Like everything I know is KMS related. So like, what if he's not talking about KMS stuff? What do you think his selling point would be?
It is a good point because he gets a lot of action for the Kane's tweets, but I saw the other day he put out kind of like I don't remember what the take was, and I couldn't. One of you guys might know, but it was kind of a sports take. It might have been about the Patriots or something, and not much reaction. I think Mick is the guy that comes into the. He should put KMS in his forefront and try to work from there, and hopefully make something of it, partnering with that show of some sort. I mean, partnering is probably the wrong word, but riding the coattails. It's okay if you go on the show and you contribute and you're part of the show. I have no problem with you, trying to use that name to make yourself. That's what happens. That's how it works. They're going in, they're not getting compensated for it. So because Mick's a big part of the show. If you look at his episode appearances, he's got a bunch. He's been on a lot. So he deserves that credit. And I think he's earned the right to kind of try to make a go of this, and we'll see what happens. So we got Minifan on.
Good evening, guys. How's it going?
How you doing?
Hello.
Oh, I'm ready for midnight. I am very excited. I hope the
Good.
tell-all comes out. I hope everything comes out about the living situation. I mean, I hope we get like a 4-hour podcast. We'll be on average, to be honest.
Yeah. I think it's gonna happen. I'm not 4 hours, but it'll be. I think it'll be long. What have you been up to? I haven't seen you around, minute, Dan. You been going on any shows or?
I've been on Twitter for a while, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
knew
just
that.
stay in the shadows 99% of the time.
Okay.
And honestly, the first time I did it was Fax messaged me last Friday at like 2 p.m. He's like, I need you. I was like, okay, I guess. Like, thankfully, my
How
work
you been
schedule
liking it?
works
You
out.
been watching the show for a while, or?
So I've followed Kirk since EEI. So, yeah, that's the easiest way to say it. Yes, I have.
What show?
I
What
watch
show
every
did you watch
episode.
with him
I,
on there?
listen-
Did you watch the Kirk and Callahan show?
Yes, I'm not
Yeah,
from
okay.
Massachusetts, but I watched it whenever I could.
Mama K's on. How you doing, Mama K? How you been? You feeling good? I'm gonna be very nice to you tonight because I don't want to get yelled at again. Okay? How you been? She's not even paying attention.
Nope.
Sorry, Dan. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's all good.
Dan, are you the mailman?
I am. Actually, I am a mailman.
Oh, nice. You like it?
It gives me a chance to listen to the podcast every day. That's all.
That's
I don't
true.
want to talk about work right now. We're in a contract dispute, so I don't want to. I don't want to
shit.
dive into that.
Oh.
I could go off about that for 2 hours, but we won't go into that.
When I
All
first
right.
got out of college, I was a mail handler. That's why I was just
Okay.
interested. Yeah. For
You and I
while
could
was
talk.
trying to figure-
You and I could talk the ins and outs of the post office anytime you want. PRC.
So Mama K, Bab's coming out tonight. We're giving a little hype train. Mick said he'll be watching. I hope he is. We're all excited. What's your take? What do you think is it gonna be a show of smacking around Justin? Is he gonna take accountability? Is he gonna give us his plans for the future? What are we gonna get from this show? I guess that's the question. Mama K, floor is yours.
Floor is mine. I have no freaking clue with Mick, so I don't know. But
You just
if
waking
I-
up, or
no,
okay, you're just getting out of bed. You all right?
I
Oh,
just
low
turned
energy. Sorry.
I just get out. I've been gone all weekend. I just got home. I saw Kevin from Bristol tonight. We hung
Nice.
out. We
How's he
hung
doing?
out. We caught up at the place. I know I'm a hot mess.
Where'd you guys go? You guys went to a restaurant, or?
No, I was away for the weekend, and I just got home like less than 45 minutes ago. So I haven't
You
been
guys
home
went away for the
since Friday.
weekend, huh? That's interesting.
Not Kevin and I,
Oh,
my
sorry.
husband and I. Jesus Christ. No, Mick, let's get back on subject.
Sure.
So Mick, I don't know what he's going to do, but I will say that he's going to talk a big game and disappoint.
Oh, really? He's never done it before. Has he? I mean, he says he does. Am I right? Or no? Yeah, I
I don't
think it's
know.
going to be. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. That's it's being sarcastic. I'm hoping I'm honestly hoping he goes in on Justin. That's my main list tonight. I hope he doesn't take a bad road. He was very angry. He had a lot of things to
What's
say.
going on with Kane's audio over here?
I thought it was just me, so I'm
No,
glad
it's
it's not.
not.
What's wrong
I'm
with
glad
it?
it's not only you. So
It's you
You sound like a fucking
you.
robot, Kane. When you talk,
Yeah.
you're like,
Mm.
I don't know
you're
what's
like,
going on.
I
Shut
was gonna
up.
say it's every couple words for me. So
Maybe it's the internet connection, huh?
I don't know.
Is it
was
better
you.
now or no?
Yeah, it's better.
Go ahead.
Fine.
I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll listen to you.
it's the Metters internet.
Australian.
So you think it's going to be a letdown? That's your prediction.
I'm just saying that he talks a big game and he has names and whatever. I mean, I'm 100% in on Mick being in this world, but he also pops in, he pops out, and he's not always like, he's unpredictable, is what I'll say. It's unpredictable.
Anyway, all right. Unpredictable. I got some takes all around. Do you
Mama
guys
K,
watch?
do you think he's going to go
Go
in
ahead.
on the Christian stuff, on the living situation, or just this world? I guess I would ask you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck his living situation is. Like, Christian's a douche, whatever. Like,
wow.
no, I'm just saying, like, he is. But I mean, Mick, if he was smart, he'd get out and do his own thing at some point. You gotta do your own thing.
Do you think he's living with his mom or his parents? You think that's a guarantee, or do you think he's in his own apartment?
He's Gen Z, so probably.
That's expensive out there, so
it is. I got some Gen Zers, so I know. But yes.
Did you guys listen to Menner's announcement last night? Anybody here?
I did not. No.
Okay.
I listened to it twice. So
listen to it twice.
Let's hear your thoughts on it.
Oh, listen, it was. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess expecting more of a solid, strong endorsement that he was going to make everything he could happen to get here. And it's not kind of what I heard last night. I heard a lot of hesitancy. I'll tell you, I used a word he didn't like, but we're going to go with 2 words, actually. Wishy-washy, just kind of not exactly, didn't give me the exact confidence that because I always thought I was coming here to just take over the show. I went to some weird spots, and I love Manners, but I didn't feel like I don't know. I think Kirk he did a retweet and basically of when Manners said he was coming here, a repost, whatever. And he even said there's a 0% chance he was coming, and I'm starting to wonder he may have been onto something. So.
Yeah, I think I went from 100% before last night till I listened to you guys, and then I probably dropped it down to honestly like 45 at best. Like, I think that's where I'm at.
45.
45.
45%. I think like that's an aggressive number. I'm an aggressive better when it comes to everything else, so I'm an aggressively bet. I don't think it actually happens, but my hope is that it does. Let's just call it out there.
I'm tending to side with you. I mean he wants to come. He said he's going to come in the spring for that the Minifan Cross America. They haven't really named it. Haven't heard any ideas about it. We don't know what they're doing yet. Seems hard that they're going to finish that in 5 days, but and we know there's certain people that just won't be there. 0 chance the Drips are going to make the show for 5 days. I don't see it. He said Andy Mayo won't be there, so it's going to be tough to get people to. For exactly the people that you want to go on that show. But Menner says he's going to come down for it. So we'll see. I hope he does because be exciting to see him on that show. And I think it has to happen. We need him here. Becoming Americans, Menner. It's going to be fun for you. You're going to love it here. But I wasn't too confident after that show. Anyway.
I put the chance at like 10%.
10%.
After listening to that show yesterday. You're spot on about that. That was wishy-washy.
It was. Yeah, it was.
That was very wishy-washy.
Said he has Kirk coming on his show. I don't know, sometime this week, I guess. So I'm sure they'll get more into it. And yeah. So what else is going on? You guys enjoying the show lately? Minidan?
I always enjoy the show, so I'm gonna be called the simp, the Kimp. People would call me, but I mostly enjoy the show every day. So, like,
dude, Dan, you can't be more Kimp than me.
That's true.
It's
hard to beat.
I like it every day. Like, I listen to because of my job, I'm able to listen to it all day. So it works out for me. I can listen to it 2 or 3 times during my workday. So
my cat's name is Charlie.
What's up, Charlie?
Jackson wants to know what my pussy's name is.
I think what is Freddie doing right here? He started something. It's white wine Sunday. I'm thinking that's true. How much wine did you drink before the show? I'm just curious. Okay.
So
what?
So to be clear, I've been away all weekend. I got home.
Said that already. Like the 3rd time now.
Shut up.
Go ahead. One more time. Sorry.
I got home like an hour and a half ago.
Nice. So, yeah.
So a whole bottle.
But no. Well,
you can do a lot of damage in an hour and a half. Like,
yeah, no, I'm on a flip the switch tomorrow. I meet with my running coach tomorrow. It's all good.
What time tomorrow?
2 p.m.
Okay.
2 p.m. PRC, you tried to dare test me. 2 p.m. I meet with my coach.
No, I think 2 p.m. is doable. I think I believe in you at 2 p.m.
Yeah,
I'll be
you know where to
running.
go.
Hey,
I would dare
Guess what
try
I'm
not
doing?
to test you.
guess what I'm doing at 8:30 a.m. Running 8 miles.
Sleeping.
Fucking
What are
sleeping.
you? No, 8 miles, Kane.
8 miles. That was
8
Dan. but
miles tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Can you do that? I don't think
No
so.
chance.
I was gonna say I walk 14, so I can't really say much.
At 50, that's good, Mama K. So that's excellent.
53.
Oh,
53.
53. Sorry, took away 3 years. So Mama K, what's we know we got the top 50 Minifan list.
Yep.
So yesterday on the show it was revealed that there's a diva in the group, and I've had
It's
this.
not me. It's not fucking
Definitely
me.
not you. It's not
me.
you. Don't worry. But let me tell you, it's somebody that I tried to get on the show last week, and he bailed out the last second. I think he made up that he was sick. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about him, but Menor said he's about to throw him out. Ned Stark, he's given some problems for the list. He's pretty open that he was not happy about it. I mean, what's your take on Ned Stark being a diva? It's worse than Danny and Bellerica.
I love Ned.
We all do.
This is what I say. Menors and Ned are alphas, right? They're alphas.
Okay.
And they're trying to figure out the parameters. And here's the thing. Ned doesn't want Menors to be like, fuck you, and give his diva shit. And I hear it as basically two guys who are just like trying not to get thrown under the bus is really what it is.
So there's a power
neither
struggle.
of them want to get thrown under the bus.
Got it. So how did you get to that conclusion? Like what are you hearing that's making you come to that conclusion? Just curious. Because that's pretty vague. I mean, you're going to be able to. Yeah, I know we got you a little tipsy, so maybe we'll get a little more info.
Guys,
okay.
They're two guys that are trying to each one of them wants to be like, you do this, and they don't want to be thrown under the bus. It's fine. Like,
so nobody's taking accountability. They're running
it's
from.
Fine. It's not brain surgery, Kane.
No, it's definitely
literally a top 50 KMS list. Like, everybody can chill out. That's what
we got to the parameters. Can you give us the parameters?
Biggest impact on the KMS show since it started.
So people that are going into studio or just any so
no.
we can have Bob Emergency back
impact.
on there again. And
if you were plopped down on this planet last week and you didn't know anything about Kirk Minahan show, who would you need to know and who would have the biggest impact on the show?
Okay.
That's it.
Have you guys thrown around any names? Because Manners last night basically
throw
said
around a lot of names. It's a lot of names.
I like this. So Manners last night said between 20 and 50. It was pretty interchangeable.
I would say 35 to 55 is interchangeable.
Oh, so we said there was 60 people on the list, roughly? Or
yeah, I mean 50, I would say 35 to 40, pretty much the same people. And then there's interchangeable after that.
It's going to be interesting to see because that was an interesting thing to hear yesterday. Kind of like that Ned was this. I didn't realize until you just said it that there really is. The Menor seemed very upset. So he wanted to throw him out. So I figured there was a little more to the story, and you give us a little more context, which I like.
No, I just think that two guys, they're alpha males. Let them like have their antlers and they hit each other and whatever.
So Dan, do you think it's a good mix of people that he's picked to make the list? Do you think this is a good mix of Kira, Ned? Is it just you three?
No, Freddie Lynn.
Freddie. I forgot about Freddie. Guys.
I think
it's pretty easy.
I think that's a good core given that Gus made the first list and we all saw how that turned out. I mean, everybody.
And I will say this, from what I've learned, Gus was the most organized of that whole group. And
wow. That's scary.
I love Tim and Canton.
Yeah, he was a disaster, though, wasn't Yeah.
It's Tim and who was the other one? I don't know, but
Wasn't it Mayo? It was Mayo, right?
Mayo.
Yes.
They were
Who definitely
they
didn't take any
fucked it up.
accountability. Yeah.
They fucked it up. Gus was actually kind of organized, is what I'm understanding at this point.
Sorry, Dan, before you got cut off. What were you saying?
So I think it's a great core. Like the problem is, in a good way, you could pick so many core WEI fans that could pick the list that still listen to KMS. So I think it's just a great way to get everybody introduced. You know, you have people who Mama K is always in the comments on YouTube or on
I'm
Mike
not.
of the Minute. You used to be, though. You used to be for a
I
while.
say hello, fellas, and I leave.
Still more than other people do. That's all.
That's
I
true.
mean, Ned used to be on all the YouTube streams. Now is kind of backed off, and obviously Menners is Menners. I think that's a great core, and Freddie is Freddie. I mean,
I love Freddie. Why not?
Freddie should come on and give us some more details. I don't know. He's in the chat. He can't jump on for 2 seconds. Freddie's a weird character, but he is a real strong fan that knows a lot about the show. So I like him on the panel because he's kind of a fucking just an instigator.
Have you ever met him, Kane?
Yeah. Well, not in
real life.
No. Seems
I've
like a nice
met
guy.
all of them in real life.
That's great.
Well,
Who else have you met? What else you got? Who's your favorite Minifan that you've met in real life? Let's put it a different way. Who's somebody that you met that you thought might be one way and turned out not to be that way?
I don't really have that answer.
Good. This is awesome.
No, you know what? I'll say, I'll come up with someone. You keep going. I'll come up with someone.
Okay.
Charlie says I'll come up with someone.
PRC, you think the list is all right that way? Those guys making those decisions? Are you excited about it? Are you looking forward to seeing that list unveiled?
That's right,
The
Jackson.
list.
I have met Kithia.
Top 50.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess sure. Like I don't know. I'm not big on like rankings and awards and all that stuff, but I think it's cool that people are coming together to do it, like, you know, as a community thing. I want to know if Mama K meeting Minifans is skewing the rankings though.
That's a good point.
It feels like there should be some asterisks now that you just said, like, if I meet them, they're more important. In a way.
No, that's not true at all, PRC.
That's how I interpret it, and that's how
listen,
I'm gonna take
if I meet them, half the time it goes the other way. Just to be honest.
Well, then do talk, sister.
Yeah, so it should be fun. I hope it. You know, I like that there's a little contention in the room, which is good. It should be some tough decisions to be made. So, so good job, guys. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know.
It's coming quicker than you know. See, we're not doing this shit where it's going to take like 6 weeks and we'll have this out before the end of the month.
Before the end of the month. All right. We're going to do a
That's
pre-show
in like
for that.
8-9 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
See?
That's
month?
true. That seems kind of quick.
I'm putting that on Menners right now.
So when are you guys scheduled to meet again? Is it you guys
tomorrow night?
All right, awesome. So how does it work? What is does Menners bring the topics, or who kind of controls the meeting?
No, Menners isn't even going to be in the meeting tomorrow.
He's not in the meeting.
No.
Wait a minute. He's not part of what is going on here. Isn't he part of the group?
No, he's got shit going
you guys
on.
Forming a coup, getting him out of there. I get it.
We're doing our shit tomorrow, Kane, and then we're meeting with Menners next week. It's fine.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Next week, which is the end of the month.
Next weekend is not the end of the month.
So he's not making the decision.
This coming weekend.
It's not the end of the month. When's Halloween, PRC?
Next.
Like 2 weeks out, right?
Wednesday, right?
Next Thursday. Not this Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Sure.
Which would mean the next weekend would be November 2nd.
Yes.
No, next weekend is October.
The week after.
October
it's 2 weekends. It's not next weekend. It's the weekend after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So back again. So you guys are meeting. You, Freddie, and Ned are meeting.
What day is it? Sorry.
I don't understand why Menners isn't in the meeting. I don't get it.
Because we're dealing with shit before we go to see Menners.
Okay. See, he's
We're-
really
we're-
making it. All right, so you guys are coming with solutions into the meeting ahead of time. I
Yeah,
got
we
you.
already have our list done, Kane.
You do.
Yes.
All right,
we
so
do.
everybody's producing a list, and then you guys are going to talk about it, and then say who makes the final decision on who gets
Manners.
in and out.
Manners will be
Manners.
but we're gonna deal with our stuff first. Yeah, it's fine.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense. And get in there, make some decisions, and then he's going to be the final decision maker. And he's, usually he's pretty down the middle and doesn't really take sides against things. So I'm sure it'll be a very fabulous list, Manners. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for the content. The show could use the help. It's just another thing they can talk about and be able to, put something else on
See,
there.
Freddie Lynn is in the chat. He says what it is.
Who's drunk? Well, Sig said, who's drunker, Kane or Mama K? I'm not drunk. Mama K, I don't think he's drunk, but those S's are going long. What else we got in here? Freddie.
Three of us create the list, Manners, referees if needed. It's not that hard.
Okay. All right. So he's kind of just, I didn't think it was that way. I thought you all were involved in talking about
We
this.
are all involved. How hard is this? Jesus.
You three are coming with your own list, and then he's going to have his own list, and then you guys are going to discuss, and then he's going to make a decision.
Manners doesn't have a list.
Jesus.
He just freaking referees.
I'm more confused still.
It's confusing. Again, it's
Minifan Dan is confused.
What else? So, Dan, what are you thinking about Dave's shot in the show here? His second time around producing. He obviously has been doing a lot of work with Nurse Kim. And my contention, he's not, as a fan, I don't know if I want my producer having, spreading his time out to other shows and from my point of view, but if I don't run the show, but I think Kirk's been a little easy on him. We saw Coleman, who, again, I mean, this is another thing. Coleman, first Kirk's kind of nice to him, and then he realizes that Coleman's sending his resumes all around Barstool. And again, I hate to take a victory lap on this, but he pushed Coleman out. He didn't really want to admit it. Coleman was saying he was going to do something different, and then he's on live streams and kind of, I don't want to say shitting on Kirk's down his throat, but a little bit of just kind of, kind of going a little crazy by putting his resume out to Barstool. Kind of interesting. You guys have a take on that?
I think he still wants to be at Barstool, no matter what he says, and he proved it with that New York stream. He vibes with Tommy. He vibes with all those New York guys.
Yeah, well, you could tell he loves it there. But
and he hates Tate, so he'll fit right in. So
yeah, well, Tate will be in Chicago though, won't he? I don't think he'll be there. Is he there for good now? Is he there for good, Tate?
I think he ran back to Chicago after the other night.
Yeah.
He ran very fast.
Yeah.
I will say,
I
I kind of go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You go.
Well, I was saying I kind of miss, Coleman was kind of a content machine, man. I'm kind of realizing it now more and more, like how much he actually brought to the show. I
love Coleman. He's great.
I know. He just kind of washed and run him out pretty quick, and it's unfortunate because he really does bring a lot of good content to the show. So unfortunate now he's going to try to work with Kelly Keegs or one of those guys, and it'll be an easier life for him. But kind of sad. He's
not getting hired. Do you think he's getting hired there, Kane? He's not getting hired.
I don't know.
No.
Who knows?
Not happening.
Crazier things have happened. Okay.
Why is it not happening though?
It's not happening because Coleman will not push. He will not push it. And the only way you get hired is if you go to Dave, and he's not going to Dave. It's not happening. It's not happening. He can go in and do his free whatever stream and hang out, but he's not getting hired.
If Dave has the final say, I think you're right.
Yeah, he's not even paying enough attention to hire Coleman. And he's not hiring Coleman.
No, he retweeted Coleman.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, it does matter.
No.
Yes,
and there's also the part of it where he could do it just to get under Kirk's skin too. It's always out there, Dave will hire him. I don't see why not.
Listen, I like Coleman. I'm a Cole man. No, it's not.
But Dave retweeting him does matter. I mean,
yeah, it does.
It does. I don't. That's a terrible take. Yeah,
I mean, Dave
yeah,
likes him
definitely
more than
matters.
Mutt, so I mean, we've all. It's not hard, but Dave clearly likes him more than Mutt.
Yeah, well, Coleman did a good job, and I hate to say it, but I mean, these guys are out of stories an hour into the shows now, and Coleman was always prepared, so I thought he did a good job. Yeah,
I agree with that, King.
got a raw deal, man. You know, yeah.
They
gonna
need more. They need more. If I hear nothing much one more time, I might fucking lose my mind.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on, and you know, it is what it is. It's still, you know, I listen every day for good or bad. You listen, enjoy it, don't enjoy it. I think everybody's voice is good. I mean, he's been talking a lot about sneakers, so sneakers must be getting to him a little bit. You know, he does have his, you know, way about how he does Blind Mike sneakers.
Who's talking about?
Kirk's, you know, retweet, you know, posted some stuff about him.
You say one.
He mentions them a good amount in the show.
Time.
Yeah, almost, you know, a good amount. I mean, you know, I know you're not in the other chat, but they do conversate quite a bit. Sneakers post a lot of the direct messages they have together. So I don't know if you knew that. You know.
Oh, on the troll chat.
Yes, it's awesome. It's a great chat. They're trying to run me out, but it won't happen. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna run away. But
it is supposed to be a show about Mick, Kane. That's what
I know. Well, it's how much can you talk about with Mick? You know, hopefully a few more people come in and give their opinions, or we're going to be ending quickly. Got a nice fire to light.
I was going to say, where's Patrick Ford hopping in? Come on,
Pat Ford is talking a lot of shit in the chat right now.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have time to come on. It's okay. No big deal. So, anything else we got on Mick? Anything else to bring up? Anything? We got the podcast dropping. I don't know. Doesn't need to be too much of a build up because, you know, I'm sure it won't be the last one, right, Mick? There's just one of many. So,
do you think that? Remember when Kirk told him, "I'll have a discussion with you"? Do you think that this is what that came from? Remember when he had his last walkout and Kirk said, "I'll talk with you. We have plans." Do you think any of this came from that, or do you think it's all just Mick?
That's a good question. I think he had something he wanted to do with him for the case. I thought. But I don't know. I'm wondering. You know, Kirk really wants him to be part of the show. So I guess at that, you know, he said he's not going to turn his back on him. He's always going to be there for him. So I think Mick should relish the opportunity to jump in and just go all the way in. He you know, I don't know his personal life or what's going on, but you know, you can make a career of this. He's good. He's talented. I don't see why he wouldn't. Oh, look who we got. Jackson is in finally.
Yo. Oh boy,
doesn't want
I'm
the
gonna
show
get out now.
What's going on?
How you been?
Hello,
I'm
Jack.
good.
What are you driving to work?
No, I'm just sitting in my car on lunch break. It's 11:35 in the morning. Is this a Mick meeting or is this like an AA meeting?
It's a little mix, you know. We don't want to just talk Mick because I mean that won't go on that long.
I haven't seen anyone sipping. Makes me think you've been you were smoking bombs before this or something.
No.
Everyone's kind of.
You must be talking about the show you did with Tim Smith. That almost put me asleep. You guys all right? The show going okay?
You enjoyed it.
I loved it. You know, I love it. I love how he breaks down everything that was wrong with the show before and gets it all out there, which I appreciate. You know, I heard some chatter though.
That was half you and Mena's show as well.
Well, listen, at least the people can understand us both. You know, unlike I heard Freddie, he can't even listen to the show because he can't understand Tim. Is that what it is?
That's true.
That was a little rough, wasn't it?
Mena's can't handle him either. Anyway, I don't want to derail this. What are we talking about?
What's your take on the Mick podcast? BAP coming out tonight at midnight.
Do you have any hints? What's it going to be about?
He's going after all of you people.
You're on the list, Jackson.
I saw that. Who gives a shit?
Are you a fan of Mick, Jackson? It doesn't sound that way.
I'm a fan of if he is angry and combative. It's softball Mick that I don't like, and I'm worried about it. I'm worried he's going to come out and do one of his, you know, his bluster on Twitter, and then he goes out online and is on the shows and he's all softball-y. So we'll see how we go.
Can the case be made though that if the producers, you know, thought about this more is to stop bringing them on every single week, because how many times can you go on a show and freak out? You know what I mean? It's hard to do. I mean, it's not easy going in there. Then you have to bring all that. You have to make up fake things to be mad about.
Right.
And then when he goes in and he's not like that, people are like, oh, he stunk. And it's not really, I don't think really fair. I mean, it's hard to do every single time.
I think the tough thing is he kind of stinks when the show's not about him. Like when he's the the point of emphasis, he's great. But when it's sort of other topics, he doesn't really add a lot. So it's kind of my contention.
Kane,
Right.
I think that goes to a bigger issue, though, the third chair thing. And I know you've talked about it before, just getting consistent people and not relying on Mick every couple weeks when he was in.
Yeah, if you look at his show appearances, it was high. I mean, it was almost 30, wasn't it? At one point, I think it was around that. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm way off. Maybe it was just in the early 20s, but it was a good amount. It was far and above. You know, he had a lot of appearances, and he's brought a lot of good content when he comes on. He always worries me with the walkout thing. I can't. He just kind of takes his ball and goes home, and so I'm hoping tonight is going to be just a fireworks show. Jackson doesn't like him. It's unfortunate.
I like him. It's just, there was too much, and it's just Mick centric. It's the Mick storyline, and I think he tries to reach to create things. I think that's what half of the walkout and all that kind of shit is. It's like he's reaching for something entertaining.
Jackson, do you like Luke or Mick more?
Come on, that's easy. I mean, Luke's show hater now, so.
Luke doesn't listen to the show anymore.
Is that what he said?
He's following Sneak's,
Well,
footsteps. That's
Sneaks
cool
listens to every show, though. Don't let him fool you,
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Luke
he said
says
he's-
he's 2
go ahead.
weeks free of KMS. Happier than ever.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's
If you're
not
gonna,
true.
He
Well,
looks so
whatever.
happy. Let me tell you. He's doing shows with Jake. Can't be that happy.
who's the naked lady on Jackson?
Yeah, I just
What
realized
is
after
that?
let me change that.
There were some boobs.
Let's get back to
Yeah. Okay, somebody
We're
got
gonna,
that, I'm sure.
we got an 18-year-old me.
Hey, the Beanbag Raw Network asks, would Mama K consider cutting her hair into bangs? Doesn't she already have bangs?
I would say
What
she
are
does.
bangs?
Bangs are these right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So aren't those bangs?
I just have layered hair, so
How would you cut them into bangs?
you would have to cut them shorter than this. Like, right there. Over there. There we go.
Okay.
It's a little long bang right there.
Who's running that BBR thing? Is it still
So
Jackson?
she has bangs.
Still
I
me.
I kind of have bangs.
I don't run that shit.
So I think this week we're gonna try to get Tim Smith on 3 Up 3 Down. He said he'd come on, so that's exciting.
Wow.
After the BAP gets released, hopefully we can get Mick on for a quick something or other. Hopefully, get his take, get the reaction to the
Look
show.
at that Jackson's frozen face right now.
I know. Jesus.
Wait, I'm frozen?
You're
Yes.
frozen. You're totally
Fucking
frozen.
Australia sucks for internet. It is unbelievable how fucking bad it is over there.
I'm still
I
frozen.
wonder
right
Mena
now.
wants to get the hell out of that
He
shithole.
looks like he has no teeth.
God damn it. Are you serious?
It's like he looks like a meth head a little bit, you know?
He does.
That's
He does
interesting.
look like a meth head right now. Sorry,
Awesome.
Jackson.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna leave it up. I'm not taking you off. That's staying.
Can you even hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me leave and come back.
The best.
So like my cat, Charlie. Charlie's happy.
That your only cat that you have?
No, I have 2 others. I have Alan and Walter too. There's Jackson. He doesn't
There he
look
is.
like a meth head anymore.
That was wild.
I have 3 male cats, Kane. I got Charlie, Walter, and Alan.
How old are they?
And you
Do
are
all the
crazy.
questions.
You calling me crazy?
Well, you're getting
1 years old. This one's 1.
Jackson, be nice. Manners won't like that. Go ahead.
And then Charlie and Walter are 3. Yeah, fine. I had dogs.
You got a long way to go.
Walter
long way to
Allen,
go.
the Whack Pack. See, Freddie Lynn. He knows what that's all about. The Whack Pack.
All right. Any last thoughts on Mick? Show's coming tonight.
Has he done promo for it?
I am not staying up till midnight just to be on the
Come on.
record.
No,
PRC,
Jackson.
He'll be up. You waiting
He
for
hasn't
that thing,
tweeted
aren't you?
anything.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You're right.
I haven't
Nick
seen him
hasn't
tweet
tweeted
anything, but
since yesterday morning, Jackson.
Well, it's
there's
not
a good
happening.
chance it won't come out. I mean,
Yeah, it's not coming out.
You don't think so?
And this was supposed to keep him accountable as well.
Who's
I think we did a great job.
That's exactly right. That's what we were trying to do.
That's-
Keep him accountable.
That's Kane's role in the world. Keep everyone accountable. Keep everyone on their toes.
The only other thing that I saw today that I really loved was that Montanti put $1,000 on the Jets today. Did you guys see that bet?
I saw that. He's
Now, that's
crazy.
takes balls.
What's the score?
I don't
know.
know,
I was-
but
Let me
I was
check.
telling him today that Pittsburgh is second in the league with points against. I don't know. I put
Yeah.
$1,000. I just wanted maybe 100, but Jesus
But he
Christ.
also lost yesterday, and he also lost earlier today.
He loses a lot. He doesn't. And I think there's a bunch of bets he doesn't make too. It says that he says he does. I would think, but
You don't show everything you lose.
he got
That's-
very defensive. Yeah, he just true
Jets are
gambler.
down 3-0,
No,
but
it's not funny.
they're driving. They're driving though. Oh, never mind. This ESPN shit's all weird.
61777.
They're not
That's good.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Mick, looking forward to tonight. PRC staying up for it. Mama K will be up.
Yeah.
No, I
Jackson
will not
be
be.
middle of the
I'll be
day.
watching.
Obvious.
And Minadan is definitely staying up for this because he's gonna listen to it twice before 2 a.m. So we're excited. Mick, looking forward to it. Thank you. Hopefully we can get you on sometime and we'll talk about your future plans, hopefully. And that'll be it. So I'll let you guys go. Have a good one.
All right, see you guys.
All right. See
See
ya.
everyone. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.